I've just learned something that's blown my mind. Nearly 70% of companies want robots that look human, but why is that? You'd think it's just about making them more efficient or something, but it's actually way deeper than that. It's about psychology and how we interact with these machines. Think about it, when you see a robot that looks like a human, you're more likely to trust it, right? I mean, we've all seen those futuristic movies where robots are indistinguishable from humans, and it's like, what's the point of that? But now I'm realizing it's not just about aesthetics, it's about creating a connection with us. And that's where things get really interesting. You see, when we interact with something that looks like us, our brains start to light up in ways that just don't happen with regular robots. It's like, our psychology is wired to respond to human-like faces and bodies. And that's exactly what companies are banking on. They're creating humanoid robots that can mimic our expressions, our movements, and even our emotions. It's like, they're trying to create a sense of empathy between us and the machines. But what's the ultimate goal here? Is it just about making robots more user-friendly, or is there something more at play? As I'm exploring this topic, I'm starting to think that it's a bit of both. For instance, take the example of Sophia, the humanoid robot that's been making waves in the tech world. She's got a face that's almost indistinguishable from a human, and she can even recognize and respond to emotions. It's like, she's trying to connect with us on a deeper level. But what's really fascinating is that our brains are wired to respond to her in a way that's similar to how we respond to humans. It's like, we're not even realizing it, but we're forming a bond with this machine. As I'm learning more about this, I'm starting to realize that it's not just about the robots themselves, but about how they're changing the way we think about automation. I mean, we've always thought of automation as this impersonal, robotic force that's just going to replace human workers. But what if it's not like that at all? What if automation is actually about creating a new kind of collaboration between humans and machines? It's like, we're not just talking about replacing jobs, we're talking about creating new ones. But here's the thing, as we create more humanoid robots, we're also raising some big questions about what it means to be human. I mean, if a robot can mimic our emotions and expressions, does that mean it's really alive? Or is it just a clever imitation? It's like, we're forced to confront our own humanity, and what makes us unique. And that's a pretty profound question, if you ask me. As we explore this topic further, I'm reminded of the concept of the uncanny valley. You know, that feeling of discomfort we get when we see a robot that's almost, but not quite, human-like. It's like, our brains are trying to reconcile the fact that this machine is not really alive, but it's trying to pretend to be. But what if we could overcome that valley, and create robots that are truly indistinguishable from humans? Would that be a good thing, or a bad thing? And that's where things get really complicated. I mean, on the one hand, it's like, we could create machines that are truly capable of empathy and understanding. But on the other hand, we're also risking the possibility of creating machines that are so human-like, they start to replace us. It's like, we're playing with fire here, and we need to be careful about what we're creating. As I'm thinking about this, I'm starting to realize that it's not just about the technology itself, but about the psychology behind it. I mean, why are we so drawn to humanoid robots in the first place? Is it because they represent a kind of idealized version of ourselves, or is it because they're just really cool? It's like, we're trying to understand ourselves through these machines, and that's a pretty fascinating thing. But what's really interesting is that this phenomenon is not just limited to robots. I mean, think about all the times you've interacted with a chatbot or a virtual assistant, and how you felt a sense of connection with it. It's like, our brains are wired to respond to anything that resembles human-like conversation, even if it's just a machine. And that's exactly what companies are trying to tap into, our desire for connection and interaction. As we continue to explore this topic, I'm starting to think about the implications of all this. I mean, what does it mean for our jobs, our relationships, and our sense of identity? It's like, we're on the cusp of a revolution that's going to change everything, and we need to be prepared. But how do we prepare for something that's so uncertain, and so potentially transformative? As I'm delving deeper into this, I'm starting to realize that it's not just about the technology, but about the kind of world we want to create. I mean, do we want a world where machines are truly indistinguishable from humans, or do we want to preserve what makes us unique? It's like, we're faced with a choice, and it's not an easy one to make. And that's where I think we need to slow down and take a step back. I mean, we're so caught up in the excitement of all this that we're not thinking about the potential consequences. But what if we could create a world where machines and humans coexist and even collaborate? It's like, that's a world worth striving for, if you ask me. But as I'm thinking about this, I'm also reminded of the importance of self-reflection. I mean, what do I really think about all this? Do I think it's a good idea to create humanoid robots, or do I think it's a recipe for disaster? To be honest, I'm not really sure. But what I do know is that it's a conversation worth having, and one that we need to have sooner rather than later. As we look to the future, I'm wondering what's going to happen next. Will we see a world where humanoid robots are the norm, or will we see a backlash against all this? It's like, we're at a crossroads, and the path we choose is going to determine the course of history. And that's a pretty profound thought, if you ask me. So, what do you think? Are humanoid robots the key to a utopian future, or are they a recipe for disaster? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and I'm excited to continue the conversation. And if you're as fascinated by this topic as I am, then you're in the right place, because we're just getting started on this journey of exploration, and I invite you to join me on this journey, and to subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content.